Good morning, everybody. It's just letting everybody in. Thank you for starting your Sunday with me, or if you are a parent, thanks for starting your 1,000th lifetime today with me. We are gonna need a resistance band or a towel, so grab what you need. Make sure you've got something nice to sip on. Oh, I think somebody's having problems getting in, and yeah, we will get started. We are going to be doing building into one sequence. I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I walk backwards, someone else is going to come in. We're going to be building into one sequence. There is a little bit of balance work involved, but as always, that is optional. So if you're using a band, doubling it over so it's a bit shorter, and if you've got a towel, just rolling it up to create some tension in it. Please, so we're going to start with a back step. We're going to alternate legs, and as we step back, we are going to take the arms overhead like so. Bring that band all the way down, and then swap legs. You carry on doing that. I'm just going to let somebody else in. Here we go. So just taking leg back. We still want weight in the front foot, really. That will help us out later if we can do it that way. So bringing those arms right overhead and just having that back foot sort of just up on the toe, like so. I'm going to face you all now. I think you all get the idea. And spend as long in that position as feels comfortable for you. If you're enjoying that stretch, trying to maybe bring those arms even further past the head, or if it's not something you're that thrilled about, you can come out of that quite quickly. I just need to mute somebody. There we go. And that goes for all of the movements, not just in core class, you know, but in all the classes that we do together. You can spend as long as you like in a position, or as little time as you like in a position. Lovely. Let's have one more on each side. We'll give the arms a little bit of a rest. Lovely. Okay, so relax everything. We're going to add in, we're not adding in actually, we're going to do a side step with a juicy side bend to begin with. We will be joining them together later on, as always. So picking a leg to start with, we're going to step or lunge out to the side. So again, as always, if you want to have more lower body involvement, bending through that leg a little bit more. If you don't want that lower body involvement as much, we're just going to step, okay? That knee will bend a little bit because we are going to lean to the side. So what arms are going to do for us as we step or lunge out, they're going to go overhead, and then we're going to lean into that direction that we've stepped in, and then we're going to bring it all back down together. Rest here for longer if you want to do slightly less reps. And again, you can spend as much time as you like in this position, just like if you, nice length down here, like you had water and you were just going to pour it out of your ear, and then bring it back into the centre where you started. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold it in at any point. This is that stretch that makes me do like a Popeye face where I'm like, like that. And sometimes that noise just escapes from me. So if your body feels like it wants to do a little while it's there, just let it out. That is the existential dread leaving your body. Awesome stuff. We're going to do one more on this side. And then we're just going to rest for a couple of seconds, shake them shoulders out if they feel like they need it. And then we're going to go other leg. Same thing. Stepping out and leaning over that leg. And just noticing if there's any sort of differences from side to side. Does one side feel tighter than the other? Are you getting less range in one side than the other? All completely normal, but it might be just something that you notice, or it might feel more awkward on one side than the other. And again, choosing how much you want to bend into that leg. We're going to do 2 more on this side. Lovely, rest it there. Okay, we're going to join those 2 movements together. Again, that's optional, so if you'd rather just stick with one and focus on that, then please do. If you'd like to add in, we're going to join those 2 things together. So we're going to try and float the leg from one to the other. So if I'm choosing my right leg to begin with, so my right leg will go back to begin with, just how it did when we started. And then from here, I want to lift that and step it straight into that side bend before coming back to the start and relaxing the shoulders fully down. So you don't have to do those together if you want to focus on just one. If you don't want to float the leg all the way, you can step back, bring that foot forward, just as a little bit of like, emotional support foot to come down, and then step out into that side bend. But that's what we're doing next. So pick your option. You could always try a combination of all of them. Take the leg back, arms overhead, and then very carefully, no need to rush, step that leg out and lean into it. Fully relax the arms down in between, otherwise the shoulders are going to get quite tired. And then go for your next one. Again, no rush. Float that leg through and relax fully back at the start. We're going to do 2 more of those on this side. Breathing, important breathing reminder, try not to hold your breath. It doesn't matter when you inhale or exhale, just keep it fluid. Now, I actually can't remember if I've done 2 more or 1 more. Classic. Got it, count to 4. I'm going to do another one just in case. If you know that you've done how many I said, then perfect. I know. And bring it back to the start. We're going to do the other side. Same thing. Leg goes back. And then either bringing that toe forward for a bit of comfort, or chucking it straight into that side bend, relaxing into the middle. And no rush. I'll say 2 more again. Will I lose count? Quite possibly. Okay, I know that it's 1 more. I actually paid attention this time. Wonderful, have a little rest. If you've got a nice little drink, then take a sip of that now and just have a moment, breathe it out. So we're going to go back to just the side step, and we're going to add in a little leg lift on this straight leg to get all of the weight into the leg that is stepping out. So here is how it goes, and again, option to add as always, you don't have to be doing the leg taps, you could just focus on doing the step and the lean. So we're going to step out as we did before, and then as I'm leaning over, I'm making sure that my weight is in this leg and I'm sort of peeling this foot off the floor, ready, and I'm going to give it 1, 2, 3, okay, before I come back in to relax back where I started. So you could just stick with the just peeling it off a little bit and seeing if you can get the weight in that leg, or you can throw yourself in and do those lifts, or you could do 1 lift. Like I said, there's no rules here. You don't have to do 3, you could do 1 and then come back into the centre for relax. Try it your way. I know it's a bit scary, isn't it? Fitness instructors don't normally say try it your way. They normally go, do it this way. Otherwise you have to do 1,000 burpees. But not here. So get yourself positioned, weight in that leg that stepped out. 1, 2, 3. And then bring it back in to the centre. We're going to do that 2 more times. I know the bar for counting is low, isn't it? And I still can't get it right. Again, leaning, peeling that foot off the floor. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back in. 1 more time. Lovely stuff. Have a little relax. We're going to do the other side. And then after this, we've just got the grand finale, where we just put as many bits together as we can. So stepping out, lean, peel that foot off the floor, lift, 2, 3, and bring it in. Now this leg definitely feels a lot more awkward to lift than the other one. It's not as happy to come off the ground. So I'm just going to meet it where it's at. Lovely, relax. Again, have a sip of whatever delicious beverage you've got. So we're going to add some elements together, and again, if you don't want to add them together, you could pick your favourite thing that we've done so far, or instead of favourite, let's put it this way, the thing that you hated the least, you could pick and do instead of stringing all these bits together. But if you'd like to have a go at stringing together, there's 2 options. There's one that's more balancy than the other. So I will show you the more balancy one first. So when we take that leg back, we're going to try and not put it down on the ground. So it's going to be like this, leg back, arms up, and then as you can probably guess, we're going to try and step straight into that side lean, and we're just going to try and lift that leg, and we're just going to try and balance for 1, 2, and then bring it back in. So this leg goes from balancing, and then this leg has to have a turn straight away. So that's what we're going to do. You could also just come up onto the toe, and again try and float that leg through, and just peel that leg off the ground. And if you want to, you could just see, oh, I'm just going to lift it up. So try your version of it. Sorry if you can hear the dog barking. He's got a bit of a loud mouth. That's what we're going to do to finish. We're just going to try and get that balance to go from one leg to the other. Here we go. So picking your option. Again, just feeling things out, and then see if you can really stretch into it before coming back to the centre. We're going to do each one just 3 times, so really take your time with it. There is no rush. One more here. Lovely stuff. Whew. That is quite tough. Right. Other legs turn. Again, be kind to the other side of your body if it is a little bit wobblier than the other. Like this knee was just like all over the place then, trying to get its balance. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be balancing. The dog barking put me off. Oi! Stop it! Come in here. Come. That'll stop you barking. Right, I've got one more to do. Don't knock my juice over with your tail. Sit down. Guest appearance from the dog. I bet you're not even barking at anything, are you? This is going to be an extra challenge now, isn't it? I've got a dog to balance around. There we go. Oh, lovely stuff. Oh, right. We are all done. Now, as always, if you'd like to have a little stretch out, do some of your favourite stretches to finish, then you can, but no worries if not. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll speak to you all soon.